Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, where you'll hear EMAW, every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child love the Kansas State Wildcats. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Baylor Bears, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. Fair catch called for and made. First down for this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
The ball squirts free. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. I don't know if it was luck, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Little touch pass to the receiver. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Looking downfield, it's Darnold. Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down and run. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's out past the 35. Can anyone catch him? The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this in running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They believe they can run right here. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that will be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
And I think that can be really frustrating for a defense. You're in your own end. You want to create some space, 2nd and inches, trying to get physical, but can't get physical enough to get the first down. Now it's 3rd down. What do you do now?
Looking to pass. It's Darnold. Quickly to the tight end. On the move is the 30. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Bears! A great catch and run for 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. UCF took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Orlando. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops.
We'll take over. First and 10.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Safe completion on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. And that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
After misfiring, it's second down. The pull and throw off the RPO.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Third down after the run. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Okay, ready? That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Baylor 14, Kansas State 7.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on first and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
Baylor, number 3, in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. K State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field.
This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll try the right side. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Trying play action. Feeling some heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Got his man on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Kansas State quick to the line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Quarterback checking off. He wants to pass it on second down. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Looking down the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Ole Miss came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Floating away. He's going to take off. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He's loose. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas State. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Trying to get back in this game with that last score. It's a 13-point game as they're set to kick off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute.
Oh, he dropped it. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Darnold. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And back to the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and, man, you know he's looking for more.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And as the 1st half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set for the 2nd half kickoff. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. K State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. And the blitz gets to him just like that. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Working the middle, it's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Now the play fake. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Darnold. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll run play action. He caught it. Touchdown Bears! And the stomping has commenced. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Arkansas was far from the friendly confines of Fayetteville, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. Bought a little time, lets it go.
This is going to be tough sledding for this quarterback now. You're trailing, you're in the 2nd half. Defense knows you've got to throw it. You're going to have to sit in the pocket under duress and start making throws in tight windows. It's not an easy situation by any stretch, but big-time players make big plays.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Bears trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wants to throw. It's Darnold. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the...
Afterburners coming. They were backed up and now more than out of trouble at the midfield stripe.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Baylor 37, Kansas State 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. Just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the ball's on the ground. And the defense has it. They're going the other way.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They'll go to the ground. Smashes through. And the Bears are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run it to the right side. Finds a crease at the 20. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Baylor! And the beatdown has ensued. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
44, Kansas State, 14.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Hand off from the shotgun. At the 35, he's open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Buys a little time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
He'll pull it down. And he goes out of bounds short of the marker. I don't think he got close.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The give as they work on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the give off the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
He's back to throw on second down. This time he's got it.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Howard. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing a big hit stick with him, too? Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Fake spike now looking to throw. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Yeah, I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Got enough space. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being